Hi, welcome. I hope you're well. Um, I wanted to jump on here and say happy Friday. Today, this is Freya's day to me. It is Venus's day because to me, Freya is connected to Venus, who is connected to the cosmic love, the one cosmic heart that to me is also connected to the swan. And the swan, again, that beautiful bird in flight, that bird in the water, that bird with a wonderful, magnificent wingspan, and the white feathers. Now, there are black swans, which I think are beautiful. They're magnificent, and they have this, they hold this moon and sun to me, this space, this beautiful union. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But so today is being a wonderful Friday that I hope that you are singing with your unique melody. And I've been hearing a lot of people have been contacting me about many things. And I actually went live yesterday, but the video was deleted. So here I am today. They said, go do this again, do this again. So knowing that you are a unique note in this cosmic melody, you're a unique note that needs to be sung, that needs to play, that needs to dance, that needs to move, that needs to express creatively. And this Sophianic song of stars, you've come here to this earth star because of your unique frequency, your unique note that is so vital and important to this melody, this harmonic resonance that we are rising, that we are awakening to, that we are in truth. And this beautiful harmonic resonance is love, right? Love. And as I contemplated this morning the swan, because swan brings transformation, great transformation. Swan mates for life. And when I think of both of these, the great transformation from the story, the ugly duckling, right? The swan never fit in. That swan thought it was a duck, right? Because it was with a different family of ducks, and none of its siblings looked like it, but the mother loved it anyway. The mother cared for it as if it were her own. The mother nourished it and held it so beautifully, allowed it its unique melody to sing forth, allowed it to grow and become what its purpose was. And to me, this duck, this mother of that baby swan in the story Ugly Duckling, reminds me of the cosmic mother, right? The cosmic mother that holds us all, that nourishes us all, unconditionally loves us, infinitely. And I think of the divine father, the divine masculine. So we have the divine feminine, the divine masculine, who holds that stance and that presence and so beautifully holds the cosmic mother, the divine feminine, so she can nourish the young lights, and help them become what they have come to this earth star to do, right? And so while we are all recognizing, or I'm sure you have, that the divine feminine is rising, is awakening, is taking her place again, she does so with her consort. She does so with her partner, with her mate for life, and that's the divine masculine. Because together they create that. The Vesica Pisces comes to mind when I speak of that. You know, that in the center, the creation, the womb that's created, the creation that flows from both divine masculine and feminine. And I keep hearing for you over and over to spread your wings, sing and swim in your unique melody of stars, your unique note that fits into this melody so beautifully. To remember that you're a part of the Sophianic Song of Stars. You're part of the great creation. You are part of that masculine and feminine divinity. In fact, inside you have this. And so when I think of the swan mating for life, I think of, okay, the masculine feminine within us creating union for life, merging and intertwining, doing their cosmic dance within. So we are able to express that without, so we can find that nourishment within ourselves, in our heart light that shines forth, that shows and illuminates our path. And this beautiful dance within ourselves, the mating for life of the cosmic, mating light, cosmic, divine feminine and masculine. And I know that these words pop up a lot, you know, and people see them everywhere and feel them. I had a question yesterday that I wanted to address when it comes to union or finding one's mate. And it was about manifestation. I thought it was a very important question. And all your questions are important, and I love hearing them. So in this moment, I want to invite you to comment, because here is where I want to give you, where I've been told to give you the guidance, to answer your questions, to offer whatever I can. So please comment. Please let me know what's been going on in your dream space. We're in a Cancer moon right now, and that's very watery. And so Swan is coming up. Swan is coming up in this way of gliding along the waterways. And waterways are thresholds. They're thresholds into other worlds, places, and times. Thresholds for us to cross into and bring the aspects back home to ourselves, back to our home, our heart light. And so yesterday in the live that was deleted, I was talking about dismemberment. And, you know, I think of Isis and Osiris and many, many other stories such as this. But we are remembering, and remembering is bringing back parts of ourselves and reintegrating them back. And in some ways, it's not just the past lives, the future lives, the parallel lives that we're reintegrating and remembering. It's the within. We're awakening to all of that because we hold everything within, that cellular light coding, the DNA that we have, our energetic bodies and their weavings and codings. And so we are awakening to our truth of love. Okay. And as I always say, please take what resonates and leave the rest. But this question was, how do I manifest? My soulmate, whole mate, my mate that I want to bring in, my relationship, my partner. Because they had heard that all the choices were made for them before they arrived here, incarnated here. My belief is that we signed contracts, we made agreements that we would do specific things, perhaps at specific times, that we have a soul purpose, that each one of us has a soul purpose, and it's integral to this Sophianic Song of Stars, this weaving of melody, this rising of consciousness, this creation of this golden age, of this golden world, of the light that's coming in. So in this, going back to the manifestation, the question. And I think sometimes we get too much in our heads and we have these clamps that we hold on to the thoughts. We hold on to that one vision that we have and we're going to hang on to that. But, it reminds me of a butterfly because butterflies know where to find the pollen. They have dances of beauty and flitting about, and bees do as well, right? And if you hang on to a bee, if you grab a bee, it's going to sting you because it's defending itself. So letting go, opening your palm and saying, I let it rest here. I release it. I release whatever thoughts I'm having. It's more about your heart. It's about your heart light, and it's about finding joy. So if there's something that you want to bring into your life, if there's something that you want to, your highest timeline, something that your heart desires, here's my suggestion and what I find is truth for me right now. So I share it with you, and what I've heard is the joy. Okay, so for me, I dance, I move. I need to move my temple of light, my physical being, which to me is very dense light. And so I need to move it. I need to move my physical being. I need to feel it. I need to dive into it. And dancing for me releases. Now that doesn't mean you need to dance, but perhaps you need to walk or run, or maybe you just need to sway. Put on some music that helps you. Maybe you need to chant or sing, or just open your mouth and see what flows out. What sounds need to arrive, sound, call into being, right? But think of something that makes you feel joyful. So once you kind of move and get into your beingness, embody yourself for that moment and feel yourself rooted to Pachamama, Mother Earth. Feel yourself connected to Source Love, that source, that great divine, right? And you bring that into your heart space, both of those connections, and you really feel them as you're moving, as you're singing, and think of something that makes you feel joyful and happy. And it can be a memory, it can be that moment, how you're moving, and just it begins to fill your heart and begins to emanate outward and expand outward into your auric field, your energetic fields, your light fields, right? And as you do this, you're holding that frequency of joy. You're vibrating to joy. And as you vibrate to joy, you're attracting joy. You're attracting those things that your heart truly desires. Not your head, your heart. Because our heart knows. It's our compass, it's our light, it's our guiding way. It's our protector. And so it gets you out of your head and into the moment, into the breath of life. As you're breathing and moving, as you're breathing and singing, whatever it is, as you're breathing and feeling that joy. Again, if it's something that you're thinking of that was in the past or in another time, this joyful moment. And as you breathe and you feel the joy, then that joy starts coming in all its different forms to you, right? And not only is it coming to you, but it's because you're sending it out. You're sending out the joy from your heart. You're sending it out. You're seeding it down into Pachamama. You're seeding it up into the heavens, the celestial realms, and they're sending it right back into this earth star, right? And so you're sending that out. You're singing it out. You're calling it out. You're vibrating it out. And then it returns to you. And in that moment when you're feeling the joy, trying to continue, not hold on to it, they're telling they're telling me continue moving in it, to continue moving and vibrating in it. Continue like that hummingbird vibrating within it. Then you can ask your heart, what is it I truly desire? You may be surprised what arrives. You may be surprised that your heart is saying something a little bit different than your mind is, right? We don't want to be limited by our thoughts. Our thoughts are lovely, and they help. They help, like a selenite crystal, expand the feelings, right? They help express the feelings. They help us remember the feelings. But we want to vibrate to that joy and feel that joy. And then you can follow your heart. Then you can trust your heart. You can always trust your heart. It'll never lead you wrong. Your heart is truly love. You are love. You are loved. And so when we hold that vibration of joy, it brings in the joy. And then we can also think those things that you want to bring into your life. You can allow them to flow through you, not grasp onto them, but flow through you. This I want to bring in and vibrate in that joy that you're vibrating in while you're thinking of those things. And there you go. That's how I see and have experienced and have heard and witnessed and danced manifestation. So I invite you to try that. And perhaps you already do. So moving your body in any way, swaying, stretching, dancing, walking, being in nature, movement, breathing. That's moving the body, it's moving the heart space, it's expanding, it's releasing, it's nourishing, cleansing, right? All of those breaths of life, each one beautiful and unique in its own. It'll never be the same. Each breath you take is a unique breath. So we can heal, we can manifest, we can shift everything around us by that vibration of joy, by movement, by, allowing it to move. And with children, moving through things with children, get them to move. If they're upset about something, you can try different things. And we have that inner child within us too. So perhaps this is for you as well. But, the expression, water off a duck's back. So you can be like, water off a duck's back. Think water off a duck's back if you need to tell that to a child, and then shake like a duck. I'm going to shimmy like a duck, and I don't know if ducks shimmy like that, but I've seen their little tails wiggle, and I'll just save that for you to do. But, and then do the movement with it, right? The corresponding movement. And what does this do? This allows children to move, to shake it off, to get into their bodies, to embody that and release it, to shake out that feeling. And for us too, the movement, to shake it out, to create the space to bring it in, right? And I think I've said before to some of you, I love The Prophet, that book by Khalil Gibran. So a couple more things I would like to mention before I jump off today. Don't be afraid to love, okay? Take deep breaths and courageously and bravely tell someone how you feel today. It's all about perspective. When we truly speak from our heart, when we move from our heart, we don't want to hold back, do we? We don't want to hold back our feelings or something we truly want to say to someone, or a way that we want to respond, or we don't want to hold back love. Sometimes, yes, you may sweat. You may think, oh my gosh, I can't say that to that person. What if they just turn around and walk the other way? Okay. Well, you know what? Good on you, because you spoke from love. You moved from love. You seeded love. You offered love. And that's okay. Maybe they're not ready for it, or maybe they are, but they need to find it within themselves, or maybe something else, but it doesn't have to do with you. And I've had a lot of people come also, and I love your comments. I honor them. I thank you for them, and I thank you for contacting me. You can contact me at awakening@melissavirtue.com, or here, or PM me, my Facebook page, my Instagram. But I love hearing this. I love hearing from you. And it's about us continuing to open our hearts, each one of us singing our unique note and opening our hearts and opening and expanding, doing this for the world. We are sovereign. We are harmonic. We are unity. We are freedom. We are living love, living light, joy, peace, grace, beauty. We are one, right? And we are creator beings, and we are divine masculine union. So trust that when you open your heart, again, it's that joy, it's that love that you're giving. Not in fear, but in bravery and courageousness, right? And that's the best gift, is speaking your truth of love. And no matter what that looks like, sometimes it can look stronger than others or more pow than others. Sometimes it's very gentle and soft, like a whisper or breeze. So get outside today at some point too. They want me to move forward with this, and nourish yourself in the moonlight, the starlight, the sunlight. You need all of those. It's nourishment, it's food, it's breath, it's light, right? That's our nourishment. Listen to your heartbeat. Place your hand on your heart and listen to your heartbeat. Feel it. Feel it. Connect. Imagine your heartbeat going down to Pachamama, Mother Earth, down in her crystalline core and connecting there. And feel her heartbeat rise up through your earth star, up through your feet, all the way up into your heart. Right? And take deep breaths into your heart and feel that dancing, expanding. Feel the beauty, the love, the unconditional love, the healing processes taking place. And then send that out into the world, however you choose, right? You can also bring this in from the celestial realms, from source, and bring it down through your soul star, down into your heart, and feel that dancing and merging with the Earth Mother, merging in your heart, and feel them, and then sending it out into the world. That harmony, that dance of light, the beauty, the love, truth. Okay. Ask yourself and sit for a little bit if you choose. I invite you to do this. Our hands are healing. What beauty are you going to use your hands with today? Like, what beauty are your hands going to create today? Or touch or be? How do you use your hands in beauty today? Right? Touching someone else on the shoulder, waving hello, placing your hand on your heart, on your womb, on a child, on a flower. It's powerful medicine, powerful healing, powerful connection. How are you going to use your hands today? I invite you to sit and take a moment at some point today, tonight, in the morning, wherever you are. Feel your heartbeat. Think about what lights your heart up. What helps your heart beat a little faster? What passion? What? Thank you. Thank you. It's the chat room. What passion arises in you? What makes you feel passionate and creative? What makes you feel calm and slows your heartbeat down? Right? What nourishes you? Reach for that. Open to that. It is within. And if you can find each day something creative for yourself, because we heal, we manifest, we love, we discover more and uncover more of ourselves through creating. And if that's making a little daisy ring to wear like children do, or a little headpiece, or if that's painting, if it's sculpting with clay, or gardening, or singing, whatever it might be, find little bits of creation for yourself to do. If that's writing down your heart, what your heart is saying to you today. Right? Okay. So I want to leave you with that. And I have an event coming up March 17th. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time. I think that's right because of the time changes and shifts. It's called Path of the Swan. And it is of the rose lineage. And all are welcomed. No matter what gender you identify with, all are welcomed. You can find that at melissavirtue.com. If you have any questions, please send me a message. I would love to hear from you. So I pulled 2 cards to finish. Lady's Mantle. Remembering that the divine mantle is about our shoulders always, right? But it's about healing, the mother, alchemy. And I'll let you ponder that. And then spring. Spring is popping up here in the northern hemisphere, and where I live, we're seeing little crocuses and daffodils and lilies and, you know, opening up their sweet little faces to the sun. It's really beautiful. And I have a bird there building a nest right outside my window, my office window, and it's amazing to watch them. And they don't like me always watching them, so I try to peek. Spring. New projects, renewal. Renewal's coming. I know you can feel it. You may have felt this little dips here and there, these quiet void places, but it's just heralding new. Something new and powerful is coming in for you. Trust that. I'd love to hear about your dreams, if there are any dreams that you've been having, and I'll answer that next week. Thursday's when I'm usually on here. But I send you so many blessings. Thank you for joining me.